Today is Black History Scholar Power Day at the Community of Faith Church, and we're doing it on a whole nother level. I'm telling you, God is just amazing. I want you to meet William Johnson. I don't know how to describe what you do, but this brother is intellectually astute. He is the founder of a company that does underwater robotics, and he's teaching robotics to kids like this.
Yes, sir.
And for such a time as this, William, thank you, man, for what you're doing. What's the name of your company?
W. Johnson Consulting.
W. Johnson Consulting.
Yes, sir.
How long you been in the robotics?
17 years, pretty much 25. I spent 8 years in the Navy first, and then I've been in oil and gas, underwater robotics for the last 17.
What's the significance of doing robotics right now in this day and time?
Significance is that everybody is using electronics, robotics in their homes, in their cars, and things like that. So this gives us an opportunity based off the message you just preached, right? They want to get rid of DEI, but guess what? We have the intellect in our mind, right? So I got to pass that intellect on to the children. So let's use it so we can make money and take care of our families.
So it's about being superior intellectually, right?
That's
to
right.
understand that we're teaching how to connect our cultural history to our intellectual history, and our intellectual history to our theological history. That's the three dimensions of power. Did you get that? Cultural history, intellectual history, and theological history. And it manifests in real stuff like this. And William, as you're teaching this in schools and other places, how else can people find out how to get connected to you?
The bishop first. But at the end of the day, I'm at the Ion, 4201 Main Street. I'm there 24/7. Doing demonstrations and basically building robots, making them smarter. And I'm looking for children. I'm looking for adults, young adults, anybody that's there. Teamed up with the Texas Workforce Commission, Serious Jobs, TXRX Labs, Purview has got involved, TSU is getting involved. So we're trying to get this, the good gang is getting involved. The thing of it is what we're trying to do is just give this information, to the children. And we're doing it the same way we're getting to God, giving God information, right? In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. So this is the genesis
that includes
of robotics right here.
How important is it for people to be connected to church that matters for real? I mean, in a time like this, being able to marry our intellect, our vocation, our skill sets to our faith, to understand why church has to be that right now.
I wouldn't be here without God's grace, right? I wouldn't know what I know without God giving me this intellect to be able to understand what this is. But first, I had to understand God first and understand God's grace first. So I'm gracious enough to be able to say, it's like he's given this word. God gave him a gift and a vision to preach the word. God has given me a gift and a vision to talk about robotics. So without God, I wouldn't be able to do this at all. Right? And I've been the only black person doing this for the last 17 years in my space. And I never compromise who I am. So, and one thing you teach this morning, like, don't compromise. You ain't got to get in these spaces and act like you don't know what you know because people don't look like you. Show them that you know what you know, but show them first that God put you here.
Hey, this is exciting. I'm so glad that these kids are absorbing it and getting witness, because we say in Good Gang, exposure expands expectations. So you got to get connected to the right sources, because when you're connected, you can get directed. Did you get that? If you get connected, you can get directed and sometimes corrected, but always protected. Come on, you got to get connected. Listen, the Community of Faith Church is the place to be. We empower people like you to win.